Good morning and welcome. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Messy Mocha. So go ahead, grab your cup, and let's sip this Duckery Friday the 13th up. Shout out to the mob. All my other bears, I call the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. Yes, it's Friday, and I just I want to be happy.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Well, give me all you got, don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down. Can't none bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high to bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Cause I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Hey, hey. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Come on.
That's what I want to do. I want to be happy. On Friday the 13th. How's everyone this Friday morning? Yeah, I wanted to come to the mic live and just have a little bit of mocha as I wait. And I just, take care of things that I need to do. I'm glad it's the weekend. And yeah, there's a lot of fun things that I can get into this weekend. So I just, like This song is Pharrell Williams. I remember the first time I heard this song. Oh, the first time I heard his song, I was not in Michigan. Yeah, I was, wow, this is some time ago. How time flies. No, wait a minute. This song came out. I have to stop and look. It's got to be almost 8, 9 years ago. Let me see. When did Happy Pharrell come out? When was it published? Wow. The song was first released on July 2nd, 2013. And I guess it was part of the single for the film Despicable Me, to which I've never seen the movie Despicable 1 or 2, or I don't even know if there's a third part. But the song, the melody, and just like the voicing and, people dancing in the street, when I saw the video, I thought, wow, yeah, it's a great song. I'm sure it must have won a Grammy. Yeah, I bet it did. It probably won. I don't know if it won for the Song of the Year, Happy. Uh, let's see. I know he performed it 2015. Best Pop Solo. Let's see. Don't want to play it. Yes. His Happy Best Pop Solo performance win that was in 2015, the Grammys. Pharrell Williams did not expect Happy to triumph in the Best Pop Solo Performance category at the 2015 Grammys. He began his acceptance speech by acknowledging that he was prepared for another artist to win. Yeah, y'all are really great artists, Williams said, giving praise to fellow nominees John Legend, Sia, Sam Smith. Yeah, I remember that. And Taylor Swift.
I'm not going to make this awkward and long because I was so prepared for everybody else that is so talented in that category to walk away with that award. Uh, I'm honored actually to be grouped with them. They are really great artists. And I suppose I should definitely thank everybody on my team at I Am Other, Karen Veazey, Ron Lafitte, everybody over at Columbia, one of the greatest labels that's ever been built. And
He was only about, what, about 35, 40 seconds into his speech, and it lasted, I guess, about a minute. And then I heard that little, the little piano music that they start kind of wrapping folks up. Oh, yeah. He has such a, I don't know, vibrant uh, way about him, upbeat. Yeah. So I wanted to play it this morning. I did. Yeah. So I did play it. And I want to play uh, some funk as well. Shout out to those of you who are joining me. I see you coming in. I see Love Wins, Latoya Woods coming in. Let's see who else. Sharon, I think, was the first one to come in. Nicole Shaw, you've been around for a while. Uh huh. Yeah, with your blue bear and the flower. Mm, yeah, yeah, I see your comment. All right, let's keep with this uh, happy or just fun feeling until I get ready to say anything else. All right, this next one is called The Get Down. Daniel Friedel. You probably haven't heard of him, but yeah, I want to play him.
beliefs are in my song. Just a thinker, a drummer, and then makes no difference what group I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a blue one who can't accept the green one for living on the path. Trying to be the skinny one, different strokes for different folks. So on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We got to live together. I am no better, and neither are you. We are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then you can figure out the bag I'm in. I am everyday people. Yeah, yeah. There is a long hair that doesn't like the short hair for being such a rich one that will not help the poor one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. We got to live together. There is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, that won't accept the red one, that won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. I am everyday people.
That's Sly and the Family Stone. Yeah. I don't think I paid any tribute to Sly Stone. Um, Good morning. I see more of you coming in. Yes. Mm. Let me give you the exact story. Sly Stone, he passed away. He died at the age of 82. That was 4 days ago. He was the pioneering leader of funk band Sly and the Family Stone. So that was from one of the albums. It was called, or is called, Everyday People. I didn't realize Sly um, was 82. Mhm. Also, the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys singer Brian Wilson, he died at the age of 82 as well. I was listening to some of his music when I heard that. Let me see if I can play Beach Boys. They had a lot of great songs. Yeah, this would work. Called Good Vibrations. I hope I can play it.
I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays upon her hair. I hear the sound of a gentle wind on the wind that lifts her perfume through the air. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. I'm picking up good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. Good vibrations. She's giving me the excitations. She's somehow closer now. I don't know where, but she sent me there. Love, relaxation. My elation. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations happening with her. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations happening with her. Gotta keep those love and good vibrations.
All right, let me know that you can hear the sound. I had so many. Um, All right, let me know that you that's can my hear phone. The Hang sound. On. I had so many. Had to go on to my phone. Yes, this lovely Ananda Lewis. I read that too, and I watched tributes pouring in for her. This is the former MTV VJ and TV personality Ananda Lewis. She passed away. Um, this came out on Wednesday, June the 11th. She was 52 in memoriam. Yes, she passed away. She had um, breast cancer, and then it turned into stage 4. It had metastasized. So rest in peace to Ananda Lewis. Yeah, there she is. She suffered from breast cancer, it says, and did not have a double mastectomy. As a matter of fact, one of the news broadcasters, She is on CNN. She was paying tribute. She had a double mastectomy. Let me see if I can get rid of some of this. Hang on for a second. Okay, hang on. Just 1 second. It keeps switching. Let me just put up a cover real quick and see if I can get this story back up. Hang on. All right, I'm going to have to try and pull up another story. I mean, pull it up someplace else. It keeps knocking me off that site. So, and thank you for your patience. Don't know if it's StreamYard. So let's hope that we can keep this one up. It just knocked me down. But yeah. So Lewis died on June the 11th after living with stage 4 breast cancer. She had lived for years with it. She did. What a valiant soldier and fight. That is on the left. Stephanie Elam here. That's one of her friends. Sarah Seidner. That's who I was trying to think of. Yes, they gave an emotional tribute to the late MTV VJ. They did it on CNN, so I did watch it. And Elam, who visited with Lewis the day before her death, shared her longtime friend's final text message to her. Yeah, it's very difficult. She said it had been a difficult time for Ananda and loved ones. On Thursday, June 12th, her longtime friend, CNN correspondent Stephanie Elam, joined another friend, fellow CNN correspondent Sarah Seidner, on air to discuss their memories. And there you can see pictures. October 2024, the three women sat down for it was a candid conversation about cancer treatment, with Seidner opting for traditional treatment route of getting a double mastectomy. Undergoing chemotherapy and radiation, Lewis, who had lived with breast cancer for years, chose to bypass this double mastectomy in favor of a more holistic approach. And of course, it's always up to the patient um, to decide what treatment options after a doctor, their oncologist, and others speak to them, but specifically the oncologist shares with them Can you hear the sound, baby Juju? Um, give me a thumbs up. I'm just talking about this. You can see her pictured there with her very dear friend. Yeah. When I first heard this story, I was just, um, yeah, I was saddened to hear it. Just such, this was not just a woman. She talked about being recognized, always people talking about her beauty, but she was very smart. Yes, she was very smart, loved history, and um, from the outside and the inside, she was just a beautiful light, and people around her felt the very same way about this talented um, individual, smart. Mhm. Just wanted people to, have a conversation with her beyond, what they could see on the surface. Yeah. A lot of people are very much the same way. She said she had heard it all her life, but what she wanted people, to look beyond that. Yeah. And I think they did. Yeah. Once they learned. So, yeah, she's there pictured. Hmm. That's the two of them, Ananda Lewis and Stephanie Lews, Lews, post together on an Instagram. One thing I want everyone to know is that she was at peace with this decision. Elam said of Lewis she had come to grips with it. Elam, who visited with Lewis the day before her death, shared that her recent decline, it came on suddenly when they thought they had months, and months turned into weeks, and weeks turned into days as far as being updated what she thought she had. Just it became days and moments. Mhm. Yeah. You see, she said, we thought we had weeks, and it turned out that it turned into days, and it turned into out that it was just a matter of hours. Elam said it happened very quickly, how things changed. Through the tears, Elam also shared part of Lewis's final text message to her, reading it live on air. She texted me and said things had taken a different turn than she would have liked, Elam said. This is part of the text she sent to me, just part. You know my feelings on this. We all go. These bodies are on loan and must be returned. We come in love and choose to leave it with love as well. And then she goes on to say, I love you, my wonderful, lifelong bestie of besties. Elam added that she's known Lewis for the majority of her life, calling her my ride or die. I love my girl, but she was hard headed, Elam said of Lewis's approach to her cancer treatment. She wanted to do it her own way, despite the fact that so many of us close to her wanted her to try the way that Seidner did it. But this is what she wanted to do, and she was totally at peace with it. On Instagram, Elam shared that she first met Lewis at Howard University when they were students. Mhm. Before she auditioned for Teen Summit, she got dressed in my dorm room. Her first day on the air on MTV, I was there. just off camera to cheer her on. Elam captioned her tribute video. We were there for each other in the big moments and the quiet, everyday ones. The no makeup mommying days and our annual family traditions with our kids, which were never missed. Lewis became well known in 1997 when she was hired to be one of MTV's VJs, hosting shows like Total Request Live and Hot Zone. In 1999, the New York Times dubbed her the hip hop generation's reigning it Girl. She left MTV in 2001 to host her own talk show, The Ananda Lewis Show. Lewis is survived by her son. Yeah. Powerful message to best friend before passing. I love you, my wonderful lifelong bestie. There she is. Most beautiful smile, gorgeous, radiant. Yeah. We come in love and choose to leave it with love as well. Yeah. Thank you, Mimi Twin, for reminding me as I was going through some of those just within this week past. Yeah. It's been it's been also a very tragic week. If you saw any of the news coverage yesterday, and I watched it on the crash of this 787 um, luxury liner in India. Upon takeoff, in less than a minute, it was loaded with fuel and more than, I believe, 284 passengers aboard. It crashed into what was a resident area housing doctors who were studying there in India. Several of them also perished. It was a fiery crash. They are combing through the wreckage. There was one survivor so far that they found in hospital. This man. He was seated in row 11. I can't remember if it was A. He was in the window seat. It was an emergency exit. There's so much uh, going on right now. Lots and lots and lots of news that I have not covered. Also, last night, Israel struck Iran, big strike. And so, world news is just overflowing right now with just so much, so much, so much this week. So much is going on in the world. And then, of course, we have the protesters. And this is the weekend, too. There's just so much. Yes, love wins. So much tragedy and chaos going on in the world. Let's see if my cup is still brewing there. Yeah. Chaos and the world today. That's your state? California included, yes. Oh, a lot in the news. But I wanted to come on and play a little music. And yes, I did give at least 3 tributes now to those who have passed away this week. Mhm. Yeah. It's 9:42. Said I wanted to play a little bit more funk, and I do want to, maybe one or two before I wrap this up. You can email me. There is Baby Juju with that post at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Thank you much to my moderators for joining me. I know prayer hands go up. A lot of pain and anguish being felt by many families um, throughout this nation and also in the world. Mhm. So this next song, I don't know. I don't know if I played this one, but it's Duckery Funk. So I'm gonna play it. I'll see how it goes, and then when I come back, we'll wrap things up. Yes, I like that one too. It had kind of like Afro beat, I guess you could call it. Yeah, it is now time to say goodbye. I've put up the biggest bear hugs going out to the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. I hope everyone has a great weekend. And those of you who want to come back later and join me tonight for Analyze This Mess, I plan to come back. Yeah. Keep your bear phones on and, keep an eye out for the community wall and postings for any updates or changes. But now it's time to say goodbye. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it for me on this Friday, on this Duckery Friday. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Enjoy your weekend.